The next one on the list is Everybody Wants Some.
Yes.
It's Rapper's Delight.
I was very disappointed in the film, and then I was surprised on the message board when so many people liked it. I thought it was just this real pale reprise of Dazed and Confused. You know, a second attempt at it, set later by about 4 years, I guess.
Sort of around the Freaks and Geeks era a little bit.
79, 80, yeah, in around there, right? Like literally right when Rapper's Delight comes out.
Yeah, which is 79.
And the characters, they just weren't anywhere near as interesting. They were, I think they were football players, and they were all the guys on the football team. And they weren't interesting at all. And there was no, I just watched it and I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe that he felt he had to make a second go at it. And this is what he came up with. Now, the Rapper's Delight scene is great. You know, it's just them in the car. I didn't rewatch it, but I think I remember it well. It's just them in the car, and they're not all white. There's one black guy, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep.
One black player, and they're just all rapping along with it, and they know it down to the syllable. Mm-hmm. And they've got hand gestures and choreography and everything, and it's great. It's great, and it goes back to what we were talking about, how the audience was being kind of pitted us against them at the time, because you had disco and you had punk, and then hip hop comes into it, not in a big way yet, but it's there. And with these guys, it just wasn't that at all. They all loved this song. It was probably the ultimate at the time. I wasn't aware of Rapper's Delight. Maybe I was dimly aware of it in 79, I don't know, but I'm sure it was viewed by many people as just this K-Tel novelty, right? Yeah. Nobody thought it was going to end up dominating the world for 20 years. And these guys are just having the time of their lives, acting silly to this song in the car.
I wonder if Rapper's Delight even charted in Canada. I don't know. I don't ever remember hearing it on the radio, but I didn't hear a lot of radio in that year specifically.
Good question. I'm just sorry, Scott, I gotta reach for it.
That's okay. I bought it about a year after it came out, or maybe 2 years, when I started to read about rap. And I went to like a local record store in London. It was literally the only rap thing I could find on 7-inch. But
I've got my two.
Hearing it once on the radio at the time. So.
Nope, I've got my two Canadian books. The Chum, it did chart on Chum.
Okay.
February 80, it hit number 11.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
And then this is a more general.
I've got that one. Yeah, I've got that book.
I think this covers the whole country. So if it charted on Chum, I'm going to guess it definitely charted.
Wow, number 11, eh?
Number Chum. 11, spent 7 weeks, and in Canada. Spent 18 weeks. Hey, it was number 1 in Canada for 8 weeks.
What?
Yep.
You serious?
I'm serious. Across the country. It was 8 weeks, 1980. It enters January 23rd, and it spends 8 weeks at number 1.
You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, and the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the bang, bang, boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought 2 friends along. And next on the mic is my man Rogue. Come on, Rogue, sing that song. Check it out, I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix, and these reasons I'll tell you why. You see, I'm 6'1", and I'm tons of fun, and I dress to a T. You see, I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so viciously.
So, and there was some other good music in Everybody Wants Some. There was a Pink Floyd song I really liked off of Metal, it turned out, an album I don't know at all. Echoes.
Oh, Echoes, okay.
Yeah. And I remember some guy.
That's a sidelong song on the album.
Is it? Okay, well, it probably plays for a minute or so. It's a guy who's
it's a very pretty song, actually.
Yeah, it was, and I think it's this guy who had theories. He'd get high and he had all these theories about the song or about the band or something. That was used well. And then they went to one point again in keeping with the idea that these guys, they don't know any barriers in the music they listen to. They go to a country bar. That was also, I think, when did Urban Cowboy come out? That may have been the beginning of that.
Sounds like
or
79,
close.
80 or something. Yeah,
Okay,
sometime
so
in
they
that,
go to
yeah.
they go to a country bar with a mechanical bull, and they have a great time there, getting drunk and picking up girls. And some Johnny Lee song, I think, is used. But you know, outside
Really
of those,
comes down to that scene for you, it sounds like.
yeah, outside of those
Rapper's Delight.
moments, and especially Rapper's Delight, I disliked the film so much that I guess I saw it 3 years ago, and it's one of those films where, and some of them 20 years later, I still haven't gone back. I don't want to go back a second time.
Wow.
And yet I think I will with that one, because Richard Linklater films, I've mentioned this, they almost always improve for me. So maybe again, my expectations because of Dazed and Confused were too high. I'll give it a second chance, but that's literally pretty much all I remember from that film.